Understood. I think we can all relate. I think that we can all relate to the trouble home situation and what we got going on with that. Um, but it's good to have you on my show, DP. This
Oh
is what.
man, it's good to be here, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. And again, people, for those who are just tuning in and for those who are trying to figure out what the hell this is and why I'm on live, this is the Black Service announcement. This will view and will air on YouTube. Um, and this will air on my website, www.blackheisenbergent, all one word.com. Um, so, with all of that being said, let's get into it, man. There's been a lot of things going on. First thing I want to talk about is Nipsey Hussle because that that has been a very big topic. Um, I have my theories and things, pertaining to that, but I want to ask you what's your take on the whole ordeal?
Oh man, first of all, CIP to my brother.
Yeah.
You know, that's a king, man. Like people don't understand it. Like you got two sides to him. You know, like we all got. You know, we got a good and we got a bad, and we can choose to walk whichever path we want to. But bro was a straight up real dude. You know, real
Hmm.
dude. No silent.
Heard that. I I personally I enjoyed his music for the time that he was here, and I enjoyed listening listening to who he was and seeing, not only just listening but um seeing how how he was working throughout the community. What's going on, Umbrella? I see that you joining in the conversation. What's goody? Hold on, I gotta take this thing off. What's good, bro?
Chance to catch your lives, man. I want to apologize for that. I never get a chance to get out with you.
Oh, it's
But
all.
I didn't want to interrupt the brother. I didn't want to interrupt the brother because I'm really listening. Like, and I check I check your page out, man. I really dig your feed. I love
Heard
your
that.
feed. You already know that.
You already know. You already know. Well, since we all got each other here, man, Umbrella, let me introduce you to my homeboy, Mr. DP. Mr. DP here. He always sends me the information, always sends me the freshest of the fresh. Um, Always make sure that my timeline is up to date.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He really good peoples, and I really wanted to get him on the show. But you being an artist, and we were just talking about this. Um, what are your feelings when it pertains to the man Nipsey Hussle, man? And what was your feelings pertaining to his death?
Wow, man. This is real, man. This is real. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I met the young boy one time. He was at a Penn Jersey gas station. I guess he was doing a show in Delaware on his way coming from I think coming from Delaware going to Philadelphia. So he's coming in. I seen him at the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
What really got me about him, I can't, because ain't nobody really hung out with him. I met a dude for 15 minutes with my nephew. And this is the honest to God's real life true story. He ain't had no facial hair. This was years ago. This was when he was just really starting out doing his tour in Pennsylvania. Shut up. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah, man, I got miniature double pinchers. They go in their bag. So the what really shocked me about him, I'm sorry y'all, because that caught me off guard, man. And you know what? This is really close to me. I really mean that. If you check my joint out, like if you ask some people, like I really follow Young Boy since he was no hair on his face. Because it was something about him. Now, it had nothing to do with his music. I need people to know this. It had nothing to do with his music. One time I met him at Penn Jersey gas station, and he was like getting drinks or whatever. They had they vans or I don't know. They were coming from Delaware doing a tour or whatever. I didn't know who he was. My nephew knew who he was. My nephew was like, that's Nipsey Hussle. The thing is, his whole his little entourage, the people around him were grown. They were in their 30s, in their 40s, right? And the way they respected him, he had no hair on his face, and they respected him. His word had so much weight to be so young and have no hair on your face. This gets to me because I'm a man. I'm the man's man. So to see my nephew interacting with this kid who was in charge of grown men, it took me back. He was so poised. He didn't do anything extra. I never did a show with him or nothing like that. I'm just saying he grabbed me at that point. No music, no nothing. It was his demeanor and the fact that he had grown men around him and they looked up to him. That let me know that this young boy was a future. When you have young older men that look up to you, and I'm not saying that they were stupid men or whatever. I'm just telling you that they were men. That would be like me in my age and where I'm at right now, having a 17, 18-year-old, and I'm with him, and he's showing me the ropes. He pretty much had grown men in his entourage that looked up to him. And when I met him, that took me back. So I never met a person. I've never seen that before. Afterwards, in life, I don't know if I'll see it again. Hopefully I will, but I've never seen it before. After that, and that took me. That got me.
So let me ask both of y'all this question. All right, now this man, I think we all know by now that this man was getting ready to put out a documentary pertaining to Dr. Sebi. He was also doing things in his community. He also was running the marathon store. But the one thing that I seem to see, and it occurs a lot within life. It don't even have to be something specific like this. It occurs in life that we get this gusto, we get this push to want to do something. We get this urge to want to we want to have this urge to follow to not only, okay, how can I put it, to carry on the legacy that the person the person was pushing. You understand?
Yeah, the energy. Yeah,
the energy. So let me ask y'all, what should us as a black, not only just as a black community, but as far as the gangland community, shall I say, what should we be doing to further that energy that he brought into the world without unnecessary violence? Without unnecessary violence.
I think we should put them on. I think that there's a deeper aspect to the whole Crips, the Blood gang, the gang thing. There's a real deep aspect to it. The reason why it's red, blue, and Nipsey was putting people on to that. This young boy was really ahead of his time as far as informing them about what they're doing and how they can use that to their advantage monetarily. How they can use that to restructure the black community. Being that 980, and I'm really not trying to be funny, but 80% of our youth are involved in gangs, and if they're not, their friends are involved in gangs. They're not going anywhere. I think Nipsey approached them from the back door instead of the front. You know what I mean? He really put people on to the aspect of why the gangs came about. Some of his things he say is so deep, like he goes into like you have to understand why they even around. You know, why we even exist, why the gang culture even exists. In the first place, we'll put you back in the black culture and the aspect of where you should be going. Like he was bringing the kids back into the fold, and they got lost into the colors. They got lost in it. The narrative got all twisted up as to why gangs even came about. You know what I mean? And he was really bringing that back. I dig that. This kid touched me, man.
DP,
real man.
Let me get your feelings on that.
Okay, the thing with the gang is being a gang member, but not active anymore. You know, you gotta understand that all those gangs, like my man was saying, branched off the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Different communities started coming together and, well, I'm gonna protect this section and I'm gonna protect this section. And then it was just, people having differences. Everybody got different opinions on life, and people gonna bump heads. And anytime you get a lot of people around, everybody ain't gonna see eye to eye. Like with the gangs, some people gonna be down with the, uniting of the gangs. The Latin Kings, the GDs, the Crips, the Bloods, the MS-13s. Different people gonna be down with it. Like, yeah, it's all good. But then you gonna always have somebody that's in a different gang and from over here, like when YG came to pay his respect down, on Crenshaw, on Slauson, he in a Crip neighborhood, he blood, you know what I'm saying? So, dude, like I'm rolling 60. Who is you? You know what I'm saying? YG ain't want that, you know, so he left. And all he was trying to do was pay respect, you know, and you gonna always get that. You always gonna get a knucklehead out of the group that ain't gonna follow suit. That's always saying what Nipsey was trying to do, or what he did do, was reunite a lot of people because he had Bloods on his label. You know what I'm saying? G's, Crips, different people. You know, people don't see that. Like what my man was saying first when he got on about Nipsey not having a facial hair and being a young boy. Nipsey been in the game a long time, but Victory left like Righteous propelled him forward, and everybody like, man, what is that? What is that sound now, man? Whoa, what is this guy saying? Hold up, man, let's rewind it. But if you go back to 2007, 8, you know what I'm saying? Back to them mixtapes like TMC. Back in 2011. He told you, he said, man, you better start buying up all this gold because the value of a dollar is decreasing, and that's what's happening now. So he was already up. Like my man said, that's why them old heads were like, man, hold up, young man, got it. You know, when anybody
they was taking back.
Intelligent,
they was.
You can be a leader. It's either you gonna follow suit or you gonna fall off like Pac said. You know, and Pac always said, I might not be the one to bust it all up, but I'm gonna spark that brain of the one who gonna bust it up. And when you see that, you like, dang. Nipsey said, man, I'm the Tupac of my generation. He was out the front line. He was really in the community, jumping out, you know, protecting people from the police beating on. But people are always gonna give you your flowers when you dead, but they won't give them to you while you alive. Now you got basketball courts, mirrors going up in New York. Everybody like, man, doom. But look at what he sparked in his death. Look at what he sparked. People like, man, look at all them folks out there. 25 miles, man, and it's cold. I mean, it look like somebody very, very important died. Man, look at all these people. Man, wow. You know, people like, man, I ain't know, you know, like, dog. But like you say, it's always gonna be something. And his death was at an untimely time, but he touched a lot of people while he was here, and he definitely sparked a lot of stuff, and definitely started doing a lot of stuff that we can branch off, and we can take it and run with it, and we can do that. And also, it's gonna be some people who ain't gonna be with it, cause it's always somebody like
a lot of stuff. Nothing to do with music.
I'm in Jacksonville now. I'm in a different neighborhood from where I grew up. So here, it's like, man, why do you little young dudes or old people be looking at me kind of crazy? Like, and they be my own color. They be black. And I be like, man, what's wrong with these folks, you know? And I be feeling some type of way like, man, if you look me in my eye and you look me up and down and I speak to you, why you don't speak back? Why you be like, looking at me like, what you speaking to me for? You just looked at me in my eye and looked me up and down. So I'm going to speak to you. I ain't afraid of you. So, you know, but like I say, not to get off subject, but it's going to be people everybody that's your color ain't always for you. You got to understand, some of us will break our knee for $1, will sell our soul for $1, will trade each other for $1. I mean, it's gonna always be like that because we in bad situations. We've been dealt bad hands from the beginning. I mean, everything we gotta fight. We gotta remember that. We be falling off and not remembering it. Like,
hey,
I want you to learn how to
read the audio ain't messing up, man. I can't blow in the crib.
No,
outside ain't messing with the audio. Good? All right. I'm sorry, Big.
No, you good. What he was saying.
Go ahead, Alabama. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to interrupt, man.
Oh, you good, man. You good. Hey, I'm willing to shut up, man. You might need this. I can learn something from you. I'm all about learning from other people. Like I tell people, hey, man, I learn, but I'm going to take what I want, and I'm going to leave what I don't want. That's everybody in their walk of life. And it's just different, you know. We always going to have a knucklehead. what my baby calling me.
Hey, man, my bad, y'all. Look, I told you I was going to enjoy, man, in my crib.
Shit.
So I get that sunset, man. I be trying to catch that sunset. I ain't gonna hold
Hey, it's always good. It's always good, bruh. So this is what I want to bring to the both of y'all. Being hi, how you doing? And yes, we love the kids here at the Black Service announcement, man.
Oh yeah, my baby girl, she gonna let me out of sight.
Hey, and that's another thing that we're gonna talk about too, because I believe both of y'all are fathers. So that's something we're gonna touch on in a second. But the one question I wanted to ask y'all, I was doing some research on the 48 Laws of Power, and they had a story.
That's a good book. Not to interrupt you, man. That's a good book.
And they had a story pertaining to Vlad the Impaler. And anybody who knows who Vlad the Impaler is or knows anything about the 48 Laws of Power, they're going to understand what I'm trying to say within what I'm talking about. So for those who don't know, Vlad the Impaler was he was a prince from old times. All right, I think he was a prince of Bulgaria or something like that. And him and his brother had gotten kidnapped by the Turkish people, and they tried to brainwash him with their Turkish ways. Well, the younger brother, he wasn't as smart, whereas the older brother, Vlad, he knew what they were doing. So the Turkish people went on ahead and sent him back to his homeland. So as they sent him back to his homeland, he start divulging a plan on how am I going to take over this Turkish land, but not get myself killed. So this man set out a decree and was like, hey, because he knew that the Turkish people were coming to take the land. He knew they were going to come and take the gold, take everything. So what better way to have a backup plan to your backup plan than to get the people of your country to follow you or to basically get in line with what they got going on. So what he did was he made a decree and he basically said, hey, any homeless person, beggar, just downright you're down in the dumps or whatever, I'm willing to offer you land, but you have to tend to it. You can't tell nobody where it's at, where it is, none of that. Only one person showed up to that for that whole entire decree. You got to get land. But you got to understand that this land that I'm giving you isn't just for you and your family. It's for the whole community. And only one person showed up. So he said, I'm going to make the decree again. He made the decree again, but this time he offered gold, housing, different types of shit. And when he did that, everybody who didn't show up the first time all decided to show up before. Now that everybody's showing up, all these homeless people, he slaughters them all. And his reasoning behind that was, if one person can't do something for the appreciation and the love for all, they would have given all of us up, would have told the people where our food, where our supplies, where our water, where all of that is, and we would be fucked. I'd rather have one person that's loyal than 100 people that'll sell us all out in a matter of moments, and then we all die. So I state that story because people like Haselassie and Nat Turner, and probably various other people have gotten themselves into that mind frame. So now, with that being explained and said, do you feel like we've gotten to a point and a place, because we do have to remember, no matter how the conspiracy theories play out as far as Nipsey Hussle was concerned, it was one of his own that killed him. Point blank, period. No, I don't. I don't care about hearing the conspiracy theories, all of that. That I'm cool off of that. Somebody in his own camp, somebody he met more than once or twice, done killed him.
Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be like this. Just because oftentimes, not to barge in, but
No,
oftentimes, ain't nobody that don't know you gonna kill you. It's more likely gonna be a friend, somebody you roll with, your homeboy, your closest friend, your old lady.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be somebody close to you because they know how you move. Somebody who ain't around you don't know how you move for real. They don't know what's going on. I mean, it's gonna be that person you came out the sandbox with. That's why a lot of people who get celebrity status, do good, oftentimes they have to move out of state and then just go back and give and do good things, and then after that they gotta go because it's like, okay, you got it. I want it. I don't know how you got it. I don't want to ask you how you got it. I'd rather take it from you and make your family suffer and everything. But I just know I want it. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to say, well, school me, give me the game, hey, put me up under your wing, show me how I can do better in life. It's going to be that easy route, and with that law that you were stating, with that one person showing up was showing that they were loyal. They ain't need no gold. They ain't need none of that. They was like, sure, you gonna give me some land and I can share with everybody. I'm cool with it. Then everybody homeless started showing up. Oh, you gonna give me your house? You gonna give me some gold? You gonna put me on? I ain't gotta do nothing. I ain't gotta really do no work. And that's why you want to slaughter them. Like, okay, so you telling me right now for these little material goods and this little bit of stuff, yeah, you'll sell your soul for that. So I need to make sure everybody who showed up next, I need to make sure I off. Because as soon as we go to war and one of them get caught, they giving up everything. Like you said, bro. They gonna give up everything. They gonna tell where the food is, where the weapons is. They gonna sell their soul because they only thinking about themselves. They like, shoot, I gotta save me. I don't care what happened to nobody else. That's the type of people who don't care about what happened to their family. None of that. That's them type of people, and you got them type of people out there in this realm.
that part.
Now, I think it goes to the mindset. Let's speak on like the way the ball ran down on Nipsey. Go. You don't know when somebody gonna run down on you. Like, and it's mostly the people that's closest to you, which is true, because that's just evident. You know what I mean? That's just pedestrian. It just seems like the closest thing to you gonna get you. You know what I mean? So I try to look around the people that's around me, and I'm being honest. Like, I don't even care if they're European. How European are you? Because listen, the reason why a lot of this treachery is happening within the black community is because we have a lot of European mindsets, and we don't understand that we have these European mindsets. And when you don't understand that you got some cavity, you want to take it off, and we take it off on each other. Now this is how I feel like, because it seems like all of our black leaders and not even a leader, because he was a leader in his right, and it seemed like he only got validated and they only gave him his flowers when he died, like you say, because they only gave him flowers because he was dead. I mean, he died. But I don't understand is like how we don't see it's the European mindset that's killing us. It's not a conspiracy because it's fact. European mindset. We find valid in some of the most immoral things that we do. We deal with money on a regular basis, and money is the most bottom of the moral barrel. I mean, the whole concept of putting two people with a piece of paper saying that you got to give you this is the exchange, when it's just the whole thing is immoral. So when we try to find morality in our little ways, when we're dealing with big amounts of money, which is just an immoral cesspool, things happen. And most of the time, it's going. The more Eurocentric the mind frame is, that's where we're going. That's where you're going to have your problems. You know what I mean? And I really mean that. I'm not saying that white people bad or Europeans are bad. It just seems that when it comes to certain things, how they rock, is untouched, is unmatched. It's unmatched. And when you pick up those mind frames, and things happen, treachery mostly amongst each other and the dollar. You know what I mean? It's always based on the dollar. Like
everything is, and that's why they say money is king. And I really truly believe that's why they say money is king. And I really feel like that's we allow money to demoralize who we are as people. I mean, in everyday life, yes, money money has become an essential to live, but we've made it our god without really realizing it.
God with trust on the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a meeting right there. You got the code. Because that money, people say money over everything. Money over this, money over family, money. You know what I'm saying? People, that's gonna be God at the end of the day. That's why I say
European
God
mindset.
And this is one thing I don't think a lot of people really truly realize. I want to don't quote me on the year. Just listen to what I'm telling you. I want to say around the 1700s, 1800s, they developed a patent office. I want to say it was in South Africa, somewhere around there, or over here. It was in a place that I ain't never been to. Let's just keep it like that.
No, go ahead. What you getting? Yeah, I know exactly you going, and that's crazy.
And
open a patent office.
They opened up a patent office. Now, if you have a great mind, you could think for yourself. You people got to remember, white people have been at war. And if you go, and for those who don't understand where I'm coming from with all of this, go into my YouTube TV, and there, his name I want to say is Dr. Arthur. I can't remember the name. I'll pull it up, find it, but he basically explains and breaks down.
That name sounds familiar. Dr. Arthur
MacArthur, or something like that.
I'm sorry.
It's something like that. But anyway, he also talks about this a little bit more. But back to the patent office idea, and why I say you need to go to the YouTube TV to kind of understand why I'm breaking it down the way that I'm breaking it down. Europeans been fighting with each other for years. I'm talking about for years. Okay. I think it wasn't until somewhere around the 1900s, around the First World War, no, around about the First World War, Second World War. That's when white people start getting a little bit of common sense, because you got to remember, these are people that came from the mountains, where they ain't have no sunlight.
They know, man.
Exactly.
All that science, mathematics, we
all
talking
of that.
about a base, all that, but we don't look at that. It's like
we don't look.
Not to interrupt you, but Nip said it. If you go back and listen to that TMC, that 2011 mixtape, he was dropping jewels. I mean, that's what the rap supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about dropping jewels and being able to be yourself, not I'm popping this pill, I'm drinking this lean, I'm flossing in this car. That's bullshit.
Because we let Eminem, we let other people integrate themselves into our music. And hence again, let me finish what I was saying. The whole reason why the whole patent office was invented, you got a whole bunch of great inventors, a whole bunch of great people who invented a whole bunch of stuff. But you as a person, you being taught all of this stuff. What better way than to make something where I have ownership? Look how they did Nikola Tesla.
Oh yeah.
They took his idea
to take from us, dog.
Exactly.
It was basically to take from us, just to take from us.
Just to take from us. Now they take from
It
everybody.
wasn't created for the logging, cataloging. It was made for the specific purpose of taking from the black man, because we were the ones coming up with all of this. It's all documented. I mean that shit, man. As soon as you said the patent's office, I was like, me and my sister were just talking about this 2 days ago. It's crazy, dog. They made it just for us. People don't understand the patent office was the first patent office created in Africa, and they did it for the whole purposes of oils and way back. And I gotta get my sister, man. And next time I talk to you, I'm gonna give you the joint. You're gonna be like, what? Yeah. The
Yeah.
first, I'm talking about a pirate type
everything comes
shit.
from the
You know what I mean? Like, whoa, what? Yeah.
continent.
Everything. You got to think about it. Uranium, plutonium, uranium, plutonium, gold,
Diamonds,
coal,
gold,
diamonds, all of that.
sugars. It's
Plutonium,
like,
If
this is the
iridium,
promised land
iridium,
that they
Iridium.
number
talk
one
about in
for
these battles.
phones, Africa.
you got to also think, has anybody ever seen The Legend of Tarzan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now remember okay, now I'm talking about the real life one where he was a white man and all that shit. Okay,
All in the jungle.
all in the jungle. Now, what was that white man going to get? He went over to that jungle to go get a diamond, some fucking rare ass diamond and shit. These motherfucking people were like, man, you want this fucking rock? This rock? You want this thing?
They like,
You about to
we like, man, you know that shit ain't nothing, man. You know all this shit, we got this shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
everywhere.
Gold, diamonds, man.
They
We
went
didn't care about this shit because we had
exactly.
so much of it, and then you could just walk around and find that shit. But
People
now
know about
it's a
people know
twist
about
on it
jewelry.
because it's
The
like,
word
oh, we
jewelry
this back.
comes
We let other people put
Jewish term,
value
a
on
Hebrew
what we
term.
back.
I'm sorry, not it's an offshoot of Yiddish, and it means foolishness. Jewelry means foolishness. The term jewelry, the archaic term, the first definition of jewelry means foolery, means a fool. It was given to the kings. The whole purpose of stones are for vibrational purposes. If you line them up, same thing with key. People getting hip now. They're getting hip, but there's a whole lot of shit out there, right?
What you speaking about is the chakra.
We need to make common knowledge, and this needs to be common knowledge. A lot of the stuff that you be having on your feed, bruh, is be so poignant that it should be common knowledge.
It should, but it's not. We don't even
habits.
Some of us don't even know what chakras are. Some of us don't even know what stones that we need to use to align. Some of us don't even know what bay leaves. We don't.
Knowledge, man.
Like people don't know. If you burn a bay leaf.
People was tripping, not to interrupt you. People was tripping like when Laura London posted about the sage and stuff like one girl posted on Instagram, she was like, do you know what kind of power this man had? He walking through the house burning the sage, you know, to clear out the airway.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about it. He's from
it works.
Land, and his daddy took him over every summer, and he started learning a new way of life. Like, man, this is what we been connected to. Like, how the hell we get from here to over here? What happened? Who stole this away from us? And
he never forgot about his African roots, and that's key. That's why them older men were fucking with him, because he never forgot his roots. He never forgot that he was African first. See, us as black folks.
I'm not Christian. I'm not Catholic. I mean, if you go back,
yo, dog, he was so. I wish people could have seen that shit. It was the time with video cameras on the phone. I mean, so go ahead. That shit got me. Like I told you, brought me there, dog. I'm fucked up about that. I really am about Young Boy. I met him one time in my life, a couple minutes, and it was that. He made that much of an impact.
But that's how you supposed to.
That in a heartbeat. Like my kids know that. Like he made that much of an impact, and that was a young boy. I mean, he brought a surgeons back into me in 15 minutes that I didn't have. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing music. Like he made a whole lot of shit. He said some shit in 15 minutes that. Yeah, I ain't know the before. I knew of him. I met him once. I mean, he was amazing, man. I mean that shit, man. He got me lost. He's amazing, dog. He was amazing. People don't even get it. Like he was amazing. Don't think that all this shit is hype. He was amazing. I met him in 15 minutes. And I really mean that. It would, in Bravo Sound Radio. Young Boy was poignant, and I mean poignant. On point. With grown man beards. He was a general. Way before his time. He was a general. I mean that, dog. He was a general.
That starts with the mother and the father.
That part.
We lost one, fellas.
And
you gotta unlock the keys in their life. Like on an old interview back back when he was young, you know what I'm saying, about 17, 18, he was like, my mama taught me, you gotta know who you are first. You gotta know you. He's like, I'm Nipsey Hussle, but I know who I am with the name she gave me. Mama was dropping jewels. Dad was dropping jewels. Never let nobody take this away from you.
Yeah.
It don't matter if they don't
Grounded.
agree with the way you raised,
Grounded.
but you got to instill that into the children. You know, you got to
Black
take
man,
out
I love
time.
you, man.
But
I
so
gotta
much
go
of
in here and
us
take care of my kids, man. I love you.
Love you too,
Hey,
my
Alabama,
brother.
man.
Hey.
I mean that too. I'm sorry, Brick. I'm sorry, man. Get up with me, man. Iceberg, get up with me.
You already know,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, man.
Hey, good
Listen,
man,
Black man, I love you. I mean that shit, man. Get me, man. I see you out there.
You already know. Holla at me, bro.
Alabama, man. I mean that, man. I mean that, man.
It's good meeting you,
Take
man.
care of you, man. I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit.
Send me the link, man. I'm gonna start following, bro.
So he just cleared the airway. That was my homeboy Umbrella Sound Radio. Go check him out on IG. That's my dog. He always makes sure he always makes sure I'm good. He always makes sure that, you know what I'm saying, everything's on the up and up. And I do appreciate that. I really truly do. So and he's a great dude. So back to what we were saying, the conversation with Nipsey. And again, I really do believe that we need to start Xing some people out. Start getting people, get them out of there. Get them out of there. Get them out of. It's funny because I have a homeboy and he would always say to me, he was like, man, for the job where I work at, and he would be like, man, if I was running this place, he was like, do you know how many people end up being out of here? You ain't able, if you're not able to help me make this business a success. And he always would explain to me, he was like, it's funny how black people will complain about working for the white man, but won't do nothing to make jobs for the black man.
Hey, it's easy to complain. That's the most easiest thing to do is complain.
That part.
It's hard to come up with solutions, man. Like, not to get off subject, man. My homeboy on Instagram, I ain't never met him in person, but I fucks with him. I bought a lot of his stuff. Derrick Grace too. Man, I'm talking about you. Like you said something about a dude, a black man making a board game, entrepreneurs for small business. Bro got the same thing going, and he's just 29. I mean, successful businessman. He fought with Nipsey. I mean, he met him in person. You know, he was gonna open up the Learn, Relearn Academy. I mean, bro, on some deep stuff to be young as he is, you know. And if you take it and run with it and embrace it, I mean, the sky's the limit.
We have a lot of people out here, bro, and I'm seeming to notice that a whole lot, that we have a lot of people out here that have a lot of great minds to do a lot of great things, and we don't support them like we should. I see that a lot. Like the support system out here is like the school system. It ain't doing shit.
Right. Like I said at the beginning, man, they ain't gonna give you your flowers until it's time for you to be in the grave and you can't smell them no more, you know. And that's just being real. Like, people ain't gonna support nobody the right way. You just gotta keep on doing what you're doing. And the people who is for will get it. And the people who is not for, they'll just be left behind because ain't nobody needing to hold nobody's hand. I'm giving you the game. I'm giving you good stuff. I already leveled up and went through these levels, and I'm trying to help you bypass it. And you keep on wanting to be back there bumping your head, man. I gotta keep moving. Hey, it's casualties in every war, like you say, man. Look, I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. I mean, that's just being real. I mean, if I slow down for you, then if they take me out, then what?
You ain't got nothing, and you're right. And I really feel like we gotten to the point, excuse me, into a certain place where we, how can I say this? If you know better, you'll do better.
Man, we done got complacent. That's it. We done got complacent, and like you said, we knew better, we'll do better, but half of us don't know. So how can we expect to do better when half of us don't want to know? Half of us like, oh man, this evil that you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, you ain't supposed to be doing this and doing that. But you let somebody else dictate your life. Now you a robot. Like, when I tell people, man, I ain't dissing what you doing, but I just leveled up. I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. You might need Jesus. You might need Buddha. You might need Allah. You might need all this and all that. But I don't. You know what I'm saying? I let the higher one inside of me speak to me. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one who got to deal with it. So I meet a lot of people on my page, you know, and if you want to start an argument, talk religion. Talk religion. Talk religion to somebody who of your color, and they'll get mad and ready to fight you. They ready to kill you over Jesus. Like, oh, what? Don't you? I'm like, man, I ain't saying it. I'm just saying I've been there, I've done that, and I just want to go over here. Well, what made you do that? You had a falling out with God? No, man. I just seen some stuff behind closed doors that kind of made me like, dang, you mean tell me that you can't help nobody if they ain't tied in an offering? What if they ain't have ties in offering? And then they was messed up and they needed your help. So now you're going against your grain, you're going against your book, your sword, you're going against what your God tell you to do. But you gotta open a book. You know, I done been through it all, I done seen it all, you know, with that. And I still got more to see. Hopefully I get to the age, nice little age where I can be like, boy, I remember when I was doing this and doing that.
I think we all get to that point. I think we all get to that point where it's like I want to be the age where I can do this or I can do that, and you're right, you know, and it's funny. We'll fight for Jesus, but we won't fight for our own freedom.
Oh no, we'll sit back and we'll pray, let them beat us, do all this, but have you ever thought about back in the day when you went welcome in the little building that they call a church that they used to announce that little Billy would be hung or beaten and castrated and all this stuff, and then they out there. It's facts. You can't argue with facts. This on the internet for you to pull it up. You got Google, pull it up. You know, pictures where they take, like, I got the 2-year-old. She'll be gator bait. They'll throw her out there and wait for a gator to get her and then kill the gator, but she'll be dead. They used to bury us in the sand and kick us. Hey, how far can you kick the nigga in? You know, like my daughter, she put me up on something. My little daughter, you know, she loved the 5 little monkeys. She was like, you know where that come from? Hold on, mama. You know where that come from? That come from, you know, this 5 little nigga boys. I'm like, what? But I ain't really respond, but I listened to what she was saying. I can't stop my baby from liking a song, but because she already know about hard and it's catchy. You know, a lot of those things that we think is entertainment be because they'd have been entertained to white people before they drop down to us. You know, because there's a lot of stuff hidden from us. You know, we basically let other people guide us. You know, and we robots. We complacent. You know, hey, I'm going to church. I ain't gonna let that stop me from getting into heaven. This and that, you know. But you'll see, you'll be right next to somebody, and no, they ain't did nothing wrong. But all you gonna do is take your camera phone out and record. You won't get in the fight. You won't dare risk your life. You won't dare lay down your life. You won't dare get out. And I'm gonna get beat up with you. I'm going to jail. I mean, when did we get so cowed? When we stop having a backbone, you know, that's all I want to know, you know. And people be like, well, what you do? And I was like, man, in a drop of a dime. I mean, my baby will be all right.
Let me tell you when we start losing the backbone is when the Planned Parenthood or Planned Parenting.
Man, that lady
shit.
there?
Yeah. Oh, I read about that too, dog. Like.
That lady there?
That's the
That
devil.
ain't nothing but another Bill Gates. You know, that's on a whole nother plane. While we working on one, they got millions and billions. You know.
Exactly. Like I think
I don't want you to have no more black babies.
and then if you do, they got to be in a single house home. All of that. Like
Of course. Why would I want you to have a thriving family? Somebody successful might, everybody else might start picking up on it and being loved and stuff. Like I tell people, when you mix with another race, after 10 years of not mixing back with black, you'll have a solid white or a solid black person, however you mix. It's all in a big old plane.
And it's so crazy because every other race know who they are and has taken out the time to understand our greatness. We're the only race that don't do that. Or no, let me rephrase that.
We don't want to.
Let me rephrase that. As Americans, we are the only black Americans in America that never want to learn nothing about it.
That's because that's what we've been taught, We've been taught to hurt ourselves and, not value ourselves. That's why you got so much killing of one another, because we taught not to value our life. Mama. We taught not to value our lives, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody else put no value on it, so why should I put some value on it then? I'm gonna get him before he get me, instead of me trying to slug it out or have to sit down and talk about it. I ain't finna do that. I'd rather just catch him on the flip side, catch him slipping, and then take him out of here. And then, hey, I might get caught if I don't, because we all gonna suffer.
Yep. We all going through suffering. We all going to suffer. So,
Cause shitty cuz goddamn family suffering. I mean.
Yeah,
I hate cuz if he did it for the money or why. It don't even matter what reason he did it for. Why? You that jealous? Jealousy ain't nothing but love. That means you envy this man. That's all envy is. I love you. I just want to be you. I can't figure it out. Everybody loving you. Even your haters. It's crazy because now his family suffering and Nip, his family, mourning, but at the same time he left a great legacy. Shitty cuz, his family is been knocked off, people ain't playing about Nip, It's just that serious because like your homie said, when I met him, it was just something about him. You meet these certain people and you be drawn to them like, God, dog, it's a magnet. You can feel the energy. You can feel the vibe of them. You can feel like people feel the pay that energy, that chakra, that connection when they meet somebody. They fail to pay that attention because they don't listen to their higher self. The more you don't listen to yourself, the dimmer that light get on. Like, if you get with a woman and it's a bad relationship, as long as you sit in it, the better it's gonna get. Just pay attention. Be like, man, we need to go our separate ways or whatever. Because at the end of the day, both people gonna get hurt. We just gotta pay attention to them certain signs, that our higher self be giving us.
You're right. By all means, you are very much right. Like we don't take out that time to hear our greater selves, and we don't take out the time to we just don't, man. Damn, you be dropping some jewels, dog.
We don't know ourselves. We don't want to know ourselves. We too worried about running to the club or going to a concert. Have you ever took out time and just sat and meditated? They starting to do that in schools now. Instead of, punishing the child, they make them sit over there, Indian style, close their eyes, be in a room to themselves and just take deep breaths and meditate. They get to know themselves better. It's simple. I don't know myself, so how can I, connect with somebody else if I don't know me? I gotta know me first. How am I gonna give out good vibes and good energy if I don't know me? You gotta know yourself at all times. Like Nip say, he knew himself. That's how he could be as powerful as he was and still
Mm-hmm.
is. He still,
He's still powerful.
you see the marathon still happening. Like, hold up, man. Jermaine Dupri, like, man, I think you were God in the flesh, was. Tupac wrote a song about it, Black Jesus. He was like, somebody who smoke like we smoke, drink like we drink, get a little dirty like we get a little dirty. That was your Nip. That was your Nip. All in strip club. He tell you, man, I got reckless habits. I might put another 50,000 gold Cuban link on my necklace. But at the same time, I'm telling you, I open up trust funds and deposit racks in them. Like people like, oh, man, we was doing GoFundMe for Nipsey and his family shut it down because why? Nipsey children already straight. They got multiple trust funds with millions of them.
That's the crazy part, dog. Y'all got that money.
They don't. They like we don't want that. We straight. They taking care. They very well taking care. He made sure that they was gonna be straight. And people fail to realize that they just knew the rapper like your homie was saying. They knew the rapper, but they didn't
know the man.
Off time and how smart he was of a businessman. He dropped out of high school. He said, man, you know what? I don't need that, man. I'm gonna do it my way. He paid attention to himself. He didn't care what nobody else said. It took him a long time. Imagine grinding 2004. All these years, then you get noticed. Nip got nationwide recognition. 2017. That's when everybody, you could, man, hustle and motivate. Oh, man, dedications, man, boy, day. Oh, man, what is this sound? Man, this that goodness, this that juice, this that old school 80s feel here. This ain't, like you said, this ain't that weird rap used to.
Yeah. It ain't the weird shit.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't what it is, This ain't that weird rap. You gonna get some jewels out of this, He told you, boom, hey man, start buying business. Start putting yourself in positions to put yourself in good positions where you can help somebody and help your children on down the line when you gone. Because that's the parents' hope and wish that, hey, when I'm out of here, you can take care of yourself. I don't want you to have to depend on nobody, have to beg nobody. That's why I like the homie Derrick Grace too, man. I'm telling you, people got to get up on him, man. Young boy got that fight. I mean, and hey, I co-sign for him. I'm right there co-sign, cheerleading, whatever you want to call it, because the books that he sent me, and I read them like, shoot, I know I can do it. Man, look, shoot, this how much I make an hour. Boom. This how much I make out of 10 hours out of my life. When you sit back and you think, you make $20 an hour, 10 hours, that's 200. Man, do you not know you can make $200 in 15 minutes? I mean, it's simple. It's really simple, but people don't want to deal with the headache of other people, and they don't want to take a chance on themselves. I mean, a job ain't for everybody. Like the company I work for, Bradfield and Gore. The guy walked away and he said, man, I'm finna go do my own thing and get my company started. When he started out, he didn't have that much. He had a couple of IBM stocks that, his daddy had invested in. And he just said, man, I'm going to jump out here. And now it's a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, you go all over the Southeast and, Arizona, all these places. Man, he jumped out that car. They said it's a saying. Forgive me if I quote it wrong, but if you're not willing to do your dream, somebody will hire you to finish off their dream.
That part.
I mean, seriously, like every day they hire, but you can finish off their dream. Chick-fil-A, Burger King, McDonald's, AMC theaters. I mean, these people had to jump out there. They ain't no different from us. Ain't nobody no different from us. They ran into ups, they ran into downs. They all had low days, they all had high days. Amazon, he started in his garage.
That part.
The ugly ass sign on some school paper.
Oh.
Smiley face. Look at him, the richest man in the world.
All because he pushed himself, people, and he didn't try. He needed people. He had at some point relied on someone.
Oh yeah.
But he relied on himself more, and I think that's a lot. I think that's the main key.
He didn't give up on himself. That's it right there. Most of us, we get into it and we give up on ourselves. Like I tell people all the time, my goal ain't to keep working for this construction company. My goal is to, take this little money, stack it up, make sure my kids, my wife, everybody straight. And boom, I go over here, I get certified, then I start out small, doing my little thing. And then I always write it down on real paper with a real pencil. Make it plain,
Yeah.
Like I tell a lot of people, your Bible ain't really that messed up. It's been contaminated. It's like they took certain things from certain places and they won't let you know where they get them from. Like I was reading this the other day in some book. It said I posted it. I had to write it down. I said, "Man, that's powerful." It said knowledge is in the hands of the few, and the rest are kept ignorant. The classic struggle for manipulation and control. I said, what?
Say that again. Say that one more time.
It said knowledge is in the hands of the few, and the rest are kept ignorant. The classic struggle for manipulation and control. I said, man, what? And man, that just blew my mind because you see, I mean, you go work 40, 50, 60 years, and it's steadily going up. Like, I work with a lot of people that's in their 70s. Like, man, I can't retire right now, man. They making it harder where you got to wait this age to get your Social Security and then Medicaid, pay for this. By the time I get that age, it's going to be gone.
We already know that.
You gotta start doing something for yourself, and then that 401k, man, at any point they can steal that. They had it back in the day where they stole it, like the people at Sears. Sears just told them folks, hey man, y'all work for us 40, 50 years, 60. Man, fuck y'all. Y'all fucked. Y'all better get back to work.
That part.
I mean, and it's happening for real. That's why I like, bro, he dropped real jewels. You know what I'm saying? And he idolized Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? He'll tell you like, bro was my favorite rapper. Like this might get up and go music 10 years. This might get up and put it on the floor. I got that Nipsey in my ear because this was gonna motivate me. This was gonna put them jewels in my ears because people like real raps. Okay, everybody like that club stuff. There's something to ride to, but it's real issues going on in the world. Like on Thug Angel Storm said, you can't party and drink and be in the club all day long. You're going to have to get to it. You're going to have to get to these real life issues. And they in our face. They in our face every day. Every day. Like the Black Panthers. If they were still around and the government wouldn't have brought them down, by sending black folks in white coats to infiltrate our thug congregation. And that's a quote off of Scarface. But it was true. See, because I like a lot of old school rap because it still drop jewels. And it's just like that black person might not really be there to support you. He might be a spy or something. And it's sad to say that. Al Sharpton just came out and said, Yeah, man, I just felt I was doing what was right. Whoa, but this your front line person.
Hmm.
But he done came out and said, hey, check this up. This what I was doing. Hell, the damage already been done, man. So people like, well, yeah, you know, but that's just how we are. And we ain't gotta be that way because we can we can change some things. It's like the last time before they put me on Facebook.
Dang.
They put me out. They took my page away from me, so I just never got back on it. Cause it was to the point like they took me off of it because some stuff I shared, and then they said, "Well, we need a copy of your ID and your social
Yep.
security number." I was like, "What the? I'm not sending y'all no copy of this stuff. That's on some whole nother level type stuff. Like you gotta see if I am the person who I say I am." That's crazy, but somebody shared a picture of black people and white people were playing chess on their back.
Oh yeah. I had that one, and it says something like, "All we have to do is just stand up."
All we gotta do is stand up. I take it a step farther. Back when I was a child in the 80s, ain't no way in hell you gonna hear no I got five on it on no goddamn commercial for Christmas. We leading. We not the minority. And then, you know, like we leading. We set the fashion. We if rap is leading, R&B all that, that's leading. I mean, everybody they just want it now. Like they saying they mixing up a couple of good classics on these commercials. I mean, if you really pay attention to it, you like, man, that's a black person song. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's us right there. That's us. You know, the Gap using us. You know, all that stuff. We leading, but we don't see that though. We don't pay attention to those little things. They looking for us like, what's gonna do next? You got Chinese people, you know, with the dunk culture, putting big rims on cars and stuff all the way across the ocean, man. Trying to ride like us candy pipe. It's a black thing. That ain't no white person thing. That's a black thing.
But if we keep on letting that narrative go, man, we ain't gonna have our own culture to tell our own kids. So.
It's gonna be everybody culture because, like Migos say, and you know, everybody be mad at them, but they just want to get paid. A lot of people like they mumbling rap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I remember when the Migos first came out. You know, I'd rather be rich than famous. Man, that song was hit, but now it's just different. But like they say, people are culture vultures.
Mm-hmm.
Post Malone, oh man. People think, oh man, well that song was hit. I be telling them, I said, man, why y'all go check up and get on YouTube and pull up Post Malone on Pimp My Ride. Pull it up. Look what he looked like. He ain't had no goals in his mouth. His hair wasn't locked up like that. He was an aspiring artist. Guess what? Somebody seen him and say, well, if you do it like this, you know, you can reach this audience. And, you know, they gonna follow suit and buy it. You know, all you gotta do is collaborate over here, do this and do that. But Post Malone, he had a tattoos and all that. He had a 91, 92 Explorer that was looking jacked up on Pimp My Ride with Post Malone or something in the grill. And it was, I mean, but culture vulture. Now he got a gold grill. Now he got locks and stuff. You know, they imitate us, but they can never beat us. 3 6 Mafia made us all about it. They want to dress like, they want to ride like, they want to do what we do. But we don't pay attention to stuff like that. You know, it's the little things that we let get by us that keep us messed up. It's people in the whole. And I'm guilty of it too. You know, I might, you know, be over him, but then I be like, man, what the hell wrong with me? You know, I had to let my higher self talk to me.
That part. You
But
feel me?
Nipsey was great, bro. Not to get off subject, but Nipsey was great. Like bro said, he was great. You know, he did his thing for the community, for people around, anybody, you know. Cause he putting on people. He getting his people out of prison. Like his brother said at the funeral, LAPD didn't want us to have this little strip mall right here on Slaughter. They were fighting us, man. They putting pressure on the owner. You know what I'm saying? Knowing milk money good, but they mad because they like, fuck, he ain't dead. Damn it, what the fuck? He doing good. People love him. Man, it's a story where it's a dude, he was working across the street on the city, and Nipsey himself came out every day with cold water and a little something to nibble on to everybody who was out there working. That stand up type of guy stuff, man. That's the stuff that people be like, man, what? He took out his time. He ain't sent nobody out there. He did it himself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people remember stuff like that, man. That's why people love him so much, and like people like, man, you disrespecting Nipsey. They feeling like they know him personally. Like, man, I know you ain't disrespecting Nipsey.
Yes.
You know, it's people all in Texas like, man, I know what. And like people like, well, Kodak Black did this, and you know this and that, and he talking like this. And the thing was, you know, he young. He got on stage. Just what, 22?
Yeah.
And he just got on live, and you know, he was like, shoot, man, I get a time to heal up, but you know, boom, yeah, man, I be trying to act that shit, cry on my show. I watched it. And, you know, it's just like, dang, that's fucked up. Because you should have did that, not on live, you should have did that to yourself. But if we all be truthful and being real with ourselves, a couple of us probably talk like that in our behind closed doors, but
that part.
When you get on the stage in front of other people, you gotta make it seem like you better, and you wouldn't say this and you wouldn't do that. And
there's a whole lot. Yeah.
Man, quit lying to yourself, man. Be yourself at all times. What the fuck you worried about what the next person gonna say?
Y'all niggas mad, and that's what makes it so crazy. Like y'all mad because this man is doing the same thing that y'all would do, but he's actually doing it. I mean, granted, in some ways it's stupid. And it was
because he got on live and reckless.
Yeah, reckless.
You know, and you know this man just passed. You know, just passed, and you know the dirt ain't even got gonna start growing flowers on the grave. And you on the talking with your homies. You know, you conversing. And you on live, it's like, oh, so you gonna make it seem like this and like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, you real disrespectful.
That part.
You know? And so that's what made everybody like Spiral, T.I., you know, everybody over here like boom this, you know, people like down here, you know, Haitians like, man, no, we ain't with that, you know what I'm saying? Because milk was everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, like, I'm gonna be over here. You might not know me, but I'm over here like like a lot of people like, man, when did Boosie do a song with Nipsey? It just ain't get throughout there like that. But it's called thugging. And it is what it is. You know, he touched a lot of people. He like at the gas station with your homie was saying, he could have been like one of these other celebrities and been like, man, security, get these folks away from me. You know, that antisocial, you know, because some of them be like that, you know, man, hold up, man, I'm going to stop, man, you better not get up against me. It's like I tell people at work, I work with black people who are my people, but are not my people, like my foreman, you know, he a little bit older than me, so he done had to kiss a lot of ass to get to where he at, and so he be trying to embarrass you in front of the white people, and you be like, God damn, man, why you doing that, house niggas? Man, come on, man, you ain't gotta, like, it's a guy that work, you know, next to us, and he 51 and the foreman 61, so it's like, when the white folks come, you riding this man and talking down to him, you know, like, instead of bigging him up and, yeah, man, we gonna do it like this and do it like this, you righteous talking to him, babe, and you know, me, I just still thinking like, shoot, I don't want to get into it. I don't, cause I'm gonna tell you, I can't hold my tongue. I'm gonna tell you, man, that's fucked up how you doing that, brother, right? Especially in front of them white folks. It's one thing if you gonna play the dozens on another brother in front of some other brothers, but in front of these white folks,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these old white folks, they 75, them white folks who was back there goddamn smashing your head on the counter and pouring mustard on you, when you was in the civil rights. That shit back then. But people forget about, that shit went that long ago. Let us go and forget about that. Let's forget about that. Let's go and exit that part out of history, and y'all just shut up and go on about your little business quietly now. All right, be a good little one. Be a good little boy. But why you gonna forget about something that happened to you? Happened to your people. Still happening to us. It ain't no different. It's just done in different factions. That's all it is. They still get the job. You might be more experienced, like, at my job. Bruh, at my job. Just not get all subject, but at my job. How 18-year-old white boy got no experience? $26. Black man, 10 plus years of experience, older, about in his late 40s, is what they had him in at. $16.
Dang.
But guess what he gonna do? Train that little young 18-year-old, and if he around another 10 years, that little 18-year-old gonna be his foreman. We gotta play the game.
That part. If we don't play the game, we'll never get ahead.
They play. We got to play the game that they play. Because it's one thing, to be disrespected, but it's another thing to smile and play that little game like, yeah, I know in the back of my head you don't like me like that, you just playing, that part, because behind closed doors, it's a whole different world when they talk about us, And it's a lot, like, man, there's a lot that bro said on that album. There's some things that they gonna say, and there's some shit that they gonna think. Like, black niggas, stay in your place. Cause see, they think we got a place, but we run shit for real. We invent shit. Like, I ain't know, like being in school, it's like you only type what it is. You only type what they want you to know. I ain't know about us, being the first open heart, pacemaker, and in traffic lights, all these different stuff. Like, man, we the shit. And then it's like, we had all this shit at a time when they didn't want us to have shit. And then they like, well, we integrated with you. But it was a bigger plan than that. They seen that black folks didn't need them. We still don't. Black Wall Street, Rosewood, Florida. Man, them black folks over there got airports and hospitals and, banks and all this, and we missing all that good money.
We don't know how to do shit for ourselves.
But we do. We know how to do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
But we just not. We knew
how to do a lot of things, and we showed them a lot of things, and we the shit. I mean, if you really go and dig through the bullshit, that they put in front of you because they force feeding you a lot of shit. Like, okay, think that y'all came from slavery, that y'all had to be drug dealers. That's the only way y'all made decent livings and money and stuff. But now they got movies coming out. Oh man, these three black women, you know what I'm saying, with NASA and stuff. You know, boom, they got this. Oh snap, hold up. You mean this black woman wrote The Terminator, The Matrix, all that? She had to sue them to get her money.
That's a damn shame.
Cause get away, they'll steal some shit in the heartbeat.
And
They'll
that's why
steal some shit in the heartbeat. That's proven facts. They'll come steal some shit and then tell you it's evil and take it for themselves. That's just like with ancient Egypt. In that book, they say it's evil. But guess what? They making movies about being queen, kings, and all this. You know goddamn well that Egypt is in Africa. Yeah. You know how fucking hot it is over there.
Do you know I watched what's that movie? Gods, what was it? Kings and Gods or Gods and Kings, that African movie with Gerald Butler and all of that. And I watched that shit. Do you know how upset I was? Everybody around me was like, "Oh, this is a great movie. It depicts Africa." Just know it the fuck it don't. And if you sit up and believe that,
with that force feed shit.
I just don't say nothing. I just be like, yeah. And I agree with them because some people are just too old for you to try to.
They fine with what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Just
Exactly.
like before we went on live, bro, we was talking about us as black people celebrating 4th of July, Thanksgiving, all this. They be like, you stupid ass nigga. In 1776, I would have had your black ass tied up goddamn to a tree. And my daughter would have walked your goddamn baby on a fucking leash. But that's the shit we love to celebrate. We all for this shit. Oh yeah, America love us. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about themselves. If it truth be told, goddamn, if it come to it, shit, they gonna do what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Proven fact, like you said, they've been fighting with themselves forever. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, white woman get with a black man. Oh shit, she cut off from the family. Get her ass out of here. Send her ass down to where she wanna be. That's what they used to say. Send her ass down to where she wanna be. Send her down there. Get her down there with them niggas. That's what they used to do. But now, they want you to mix with them. Back in the day, your black ass couldn't even look that way. They gonna hang your ass, castrate your ass. But now, oh, you racist because you don't want to talk to that white woman.
Man, do you know?
She don't understand my struggle. What I need her for?
That part. And I've gotten to the point where I just tell people, "Oh, would you date a white woman?" Yeah. Yeah, when I get 40 acres and a mule. That just sound racist.
Everybody is reparation, but they don't got nothing for our black ass.
Nope.
You take the time, Google it. See, goddamn, you mean to tell me when they gave all these people all this money, but when it come to black folks getting reparation and all that shit, they ain't got nothing for your ass. But they used to rent your ass out like you was a goddamn cop. Well, we gonna run them out for about a month or two, or a week, or a day, and we gonna pay you real nice. You know, they be amend to it. JP Mortgage, CSX Railroads, all that shit be amend to bring black folks out. You know what I'm saying? So they can build shit for them and not get shit in return. They like, oh man, well this by their choice. Motherfucker, fear is stronger than love. And if a motherfucker taking the biggest, most baddest person in the tribe out the tribe and stringing their ass up and then busting their ass like they say on Hidden Colors, they take them and they say, shit, I'm gonna stick my thing in him and show him that he ain't nothing. And that stuff really happened, but we don't teach our children about that. You can be friends with them, but not trust them. Hip already told us. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the place where they told you never trust a pale face.
Hmm.
And that's serious.
And the messed up part is, I've had that same occurrence to where, I was cool. I was cool with some white people, and sure enough, they got me fucked up.
Guess what? Shit. Rick Ross got an album out, goddamn, Better You Than Me. Brother You Than Me. Whatever it's called, shit. And that's the way they feel. Boosie said this shit. Uncle Tom and me, goddamn, you out here trying to impress them, and when a white man fuck up, he get a black man out and get his ass rolled out. Good for him.
Hmm.
You know, Boosie be dropping jewels. You know, he a little reckless and wild, but you gotta understand this the environment we came up in. You mean tell me if they drop your ass in motherfucking St. Quentin prison or any other goddamn maximum count and you end up trying to be good and be an angel like Tupac said, your ass bound to fucking dress out. Your ass bound to get fucked over. Because you ain't here trying to be an angel and everybody else in this bitch goddamn demons.
That part.
You gotta adapt to your environment around you at all times. Shoot, what about these folks that's going on vacation? The black dude that went across there with all the white folks across the world, and them white folks ain't help his ass, and he got his black ass killed across there. What them people who was over there, white people, beat the shit out of this black dude, still walking around free.
But I mean, that's what we like. We like shit like
We
that.
love that shit. We love that camera phone shit. We love that. Oh well, I ain't gonna get in it, but I'm gonna scream world star. I'm gonna put this out here and I'm gonna keep recording it. But I ain't gonna. No, I went there. What about the bartender? Instead of that dude recording that shit or whoever recorded, why you ain't run your ass over to when the bartender goddamn slugged the shit out of this sister? He Mike Tyson ass then took a pistol and motherfucking pistol whooped her ass.
And
You
the
mean
cop.
to tell me you gonna record this shit and send it to the news? She got her fucking face broke in. What the fuck? You ain't got no fucking backbone.
We don't. And I'm gonna say this, and we gonna have to wrap it up. I seen on Instagram where they talked about the man ain't gonna get charged. I'm gonna say all that. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm done. We can't continuously have shit like that happen. We can't continuously have people getting their ass beat and we don't do nothing. We can't continuously yeah, you don't have to know the system, but I feel like if we start showing our community, fuck everything else, and certain people, you can't do it with everybody, and it's sad to say. Not every black man should jump out and help another black woman. And the only reason, I'm gonna state the only reason why I say that is, I've seen people where they try to holler at the girl. Now, oh well, let me okay, no. They try to holler at the girl. The girl don't want nothing to do with them. A couple minutes later, a fight breaks out, and it's with the same bitch that they try to holler at. And they try to be Captain Planet and try to save everybody, and they end up getting their ass killed.
Oh yeah.
And then they come to find out, oh, that the dude that's beating your ass, oh, this is your white boyfriend? Oh, no, let me sit back. Oh, But because we have to also take into consideration, also understand that, again, integration has messed us up severely. And not only just that, but you can't save everybody, and you're not supposed to go out and save everybody. If you get yourself in a situation where you get killed and not know the dynamic of it, you got to pay attention to a lot of that stuff. A lot of it. I remember when Trump got into office, and there was a video circulating with this girl and her black boy or her white boyfriend, and the white boyfriend was just calling the girl a nigger and a nigga and all this. Like I said, you can't.
They hung their ass at the end.
Oh, you can't. I mean, why should I care? Why should I care? Why should I? So let's say that
You put yourself in that situation.
my point exactly. So
I feel you on that, bro.
again, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. And then again, you saving that sister's life might just change the narrative. So go against the grain sometimes, and maybe even go against the your better conscience, and maybe help. If your conscience says sit your ass down, maybe you might want to help. But I say all that to say we got to start paying attention more to our surroundings. We got to start paying attention more to the people that we do dealings with. And if you haven't already, man, learn and find out who Vlad the Impaler is, because this is the mind frame and the mindset that we need to start having. Um, it's just for that. Um, I do like to thank everybody. This first show, I want to say this is really the first show of the year. My first show of the year, of the new year. So I want to thank my man, Mr. DP, for oh, most definitely. We're gonna get you on here again. I also want to give a big shout out to Umbrella Sound Radio. Go check him out. He got new music out. He got an album out. He does a lot of good music. So please go check him out. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at black_service_announcement. On there, you can click on the bio or the link in the bio, and you can find all my different websites: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and even my own personal website. Also, if you have a black business or have a business that you would like to have advertised on my podcast, shoot me an email at blackheisenbergrecords, all one word, at gmail.com. Once I get that, or I see what you're trying to advertise, so on and so forth, we will proceed on from there. There is a $2 charge for the advertisement, but I don't think that's too much. I mean, I think everybody should be capable of sparing $2 to advertise their business. But to each their own. And I mean, if you can't, or got something going on, again, I'm always willing to work, and I'm always willing to help out, especially if it is a black business that needs to get some recognition. And as always, if you want to donate to the podcast, you can. PayPal. Um, PayPal/Black Heisenberg ENT, or you can do it through the Cash App, Black Heisenberg ENT. And all donations are appreciated. This just helps out with the equipment, just being able to better broadcast what we have going on over here, and also to help with the events and things that we're going to be planning here soon in the summertime and in the near future. So again, I would like to thank Mr. DP for an awesome show.
I appreciate you, cuz.
Yes, sir. You got any shout outs or anything you want to give?
Oh man, just shout out to everybody, man. Hold it in a row.
That's that's what's up.